Okay, I'm back. Frickin' pissing me off. Yeah, I know it happened. Internet crapped out. It happens to my internet sometimes where if I have too many things open, it will kill my YouTube stream without actually ending the stream through. Like, if I looked at my Streamlabs, it'll say I'm still streaming. I've had it happen before, which is why I started doing recordings while I'm streaming instead of just streaming. So that way, I can, if anything happens while while I'm unintentionally away, I can just repost it. No, it's a bad something with the local internet. What I've learned to do is to record while streaming. And if anything happens, like, after I finish streaming, or if I decide, oh, I'm just going to keep recording, even though I'm not streaming anymore, I'll leave it running. But occasionally it's helped me out with, going back and doing stuff. But no, it's just, I don't know if it's my computer or if it's YouTube. But I know it's not Streamlabs, because Streamlabs would tell me if my internet, if I lag too much, or if I get lag issues. Like right now, I'm lagging. If I lag too bad, guys, if I lag out and my game crashed, I just had complete game crash. Steam is updating. What the crap? I just had game crash, guys. What the hell? No, Dickie, no. Go lay down. Bear with me, guys. I just had a complete game crash. Steam's reloading. I think I got a storm rolling in, actually. Let me double check my weather. Yeah. Now till 1 a.m. Frickers. Bear with me while I try to get everything up and running again. Because FiveM just bottomed out like out of nowhere. Like it just shut down. Hopefully I'm just standing in the middle of the street and my band's up the road. Bear with me. Oh, I gotta turn the music back on. Wait. I don't want... Why does it turn off that? Okay. Streamlabs music. Pop out app. Back to editor. Back to here. And... yeah, I had to completely shut down Streamlabs and restart it. Then Redline crashed. Okay, we're loading back in. Last location. Turn. Don't hit me with a car. Please don't hit me with a car. No. Crap on a stick. My van DC'd. Oh, I'm running along. I forgot to turn back on the light. Sorry. No cougar, no cougar, no cougar. Leave me alone, cougar. No, you don't, Mr. Cougar. I'm crossing the friggin' street. Really should have looked behind me before doing that. Oh no, I get it. I get it. I was like, God damn it, I wish I could hear what the song is, but I can't do music and play the game at the same time. It just, not to my headset, it unnerves me, and I can't get it to play back to the... And if I play it through the monitor, my TV monitors, it will cause cognitive dissonance with the music that's coming. It'll screw with you guys. Because my mic will pick up the music playing through my TV, the TV speakers, which is just, you know, which will just like why am I hearing it all, like it's weird, it's coming through like twice over. It's like you can't. It's like if you're streaming with somebody else, you can't watch their stream on another device and have the sound playing in the background, because it'll that person will hear their own stream and it's really weirds them out. Bear with me a second. I gotta stop because I gotta use my nasal spray. Sorry. Oh, my allergies are catching up to me. But Dorinda, I think I asked just as my game cut out and the internet and the game and the Streamlabs crashed. Jake's in Redline. Why haven't you applied for Redline? Oh, jeez. I haven't played that game in a while either. Yeah, why haven't you ever, or are you in Redline, just don't play very often? One of the rare female players who just doesn't play too much. Meanwhile, my plants are growing, and there's a possibility of somebody finding them, and see, I don't play controller. I'm on keyboard. I don't use a controller. I haven't used a controller since 1997, 98. I have a PlayStation 1. Not okay, let me rephrase. I have a PlayStation. It's at the beach. Oh, come on. Oh, and they're making me pay $2.50 on top of it. Bastages. I knew I forgot to do something earlier. And my gas is gone. I have to get gas again. PlayStation Cube, Jesus. Am I broke? Wow, I have $6. Oh well. I think I have enough gas. Yeah, that's enough. I hate it when it does that, when it won't let you put more in, even though you have money. I also think that it's cash only. I don't like getting out $100 to pay $20 worth of gas in. Yeah, I'm just being a jerk. Oh, dude, don't you dare slow ride me. I will... Oh... Well, Dorinda, you could you could always give me money by buying my book and sign it up for my Patreon, since that's the best way to. But no, no joke. If you know anybody that likes the urban fantasy stuff, like the like stuff like Lovecraft, like H.P. Lovecraft, or likes the Supernatural TV series, Charmed TV series, any of those, the Dresden Files, Anita Blake series, where it's modern times, but they can all deal with the supernatural crap. That's my book is set in the 1930s, but it is a similar genre. They call it urban fantasy or urban horror or urban supernatural, depending on who you talk to. But it's urban supernatural or urban occult, where my character is a detective, or a private investigator, really, in the 1930s. His primary jobs are like finding stolen artwork and basically dealing with weird shit. And the reason why I haven't deal with stolen artwork is it's actually a belief I hold, that what makes artwork, what really makes it real, oh yeah, sure. Oh, I gotta remember to repin that crap. Oh well. But that's fine. No, whatever, you know, it's on pre-order right now, so you can buy it, but you can't see it till the 1st of June. And on the 1st of June, I'm actually going to do a book reading in my Discord. I got to talk to Elite, see if it was him or if it's Lenny or one of his other mods in Discord who set up his QA. Because I want to do it as a QA, where I can hold the mic and me be the only one with the mic while I read, and then bring up people after I'm done reading for, you know, question and answers. And it'll be any question, you know, if you want to talk to me about my character, if you want to talk to me about like how I got into role-playing games or any of that crap, or just tell me like how, you know, whatever, you know, it doesn't matter to me. It's a QA. It's, you know, as long as it's not like weird crap like poor Elite was dealing with the Elite Prime 2.0 screaming about wanting to join Redline and going, I'm 16, you know, it's, no, you're not, you sound like 12. And Elite, I love you. And Elite's like, okay. Well, my book comes out on your birthday. Happy birthday. My birthday is June 19th. I am 2 days before the summer equinox and switch over from Gemini to Cancer. I will not believe the whole new 13th zodiac symbol thing now, because I don't know. No, it's the 12 zodiacs, not 13. One, because 13 is an unlucky number in Zodiac teachings, and you just don't do it. But the QA is just anybody wants to ask questions, ask questions. Did I make a wrong turn? No, I don't think so, did I? Did I turn too early? I think I turned too early. Crap. No, I'm coming in from the back way. I turned late. Yeah, I gotta follow it. Yeah, I gotta follow this. But okay, so I have this belief that real artwork requires an artist to put a part of their soul into the artwork, and that's any kind of artwork. No, I don't. Believe me, I've had people ask me some weird shit, and I just don't care. I answer. I'm a Gemini. We don't tend to give it. It's honesty is actually one of our banes. You know that. Brutal honesty is actually one of our worst qualities as being Geminis, because we don't see the necessity to deceive. It's pointless. Like I've met women on the internet. Did it for years. I did it while they had MSN chat, Yahoo. I talked to girls, had started relationships with them, where we were gonna meet and we were gonna have date in real world, and then in real world they're not who they say they are. They're older. They're not what they claim to look like. They send pictures that are from 20 years ago, and they're actually in their 40s when they claim to be only 22, and I was only in my early 20s at the time. And like, what? Age shouldn't matter. Well, sorry, it does. At least it did to me then. And it's like, yeah, age shouldn't matter, but you know what does matter? Lying. Holy crap, dude! What the frick? Well, it was a problem with. It's still a problem with dating. Guys lie on the Tinder app and girls lie on the Tinder app all the damn time. They use filters to take photos. I met one girl 10 years ago when I first moved to New Orleans. When I first got back down here to New Orleans, because it's the second time I've lived down here. And girl sent me a photo of her from 10 years before, when she was 18. She was 28. Now, it's not that she, set the wrong age. That didn't really piss me off or do anything left or right. Did I pass where I was supposed to? Yeah, I did. See, I can't remember where it is coming from this other side. Whee! Da, 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 da. But it's that she lied. There was a girl, I can still remember her her user tag, Dolphin Moon. Same age as me, and she had a kid, which she didn't lie about, but she lied about being divorced, lied about weight. Like, I don't mind if somebody's heavy. I'm nobody to claim anything about being light, or I'm 260 pounds. I'm a big guy. Like, big as in, like, I carry my weight, but most of it's a lot of it's in my gut. Mostly because of issues I had with like spinal damage. But I've never had a six-pack ever in my life. Even when I was a full-time martial artist, I never had a six-pack. Wasn't gonna happen. It's not in my genetics. It's just not something that was possible for me. Even when I was, as light as, a 5'9" and 100 pounds, I never had a six-pack. But at the same time, I could do 200 sit-ups, no problem. I could do 500 push-ups, no problem. Because that's what I did for class every day, for martial arts classes, for my black belt. So it's not that I didn't work out, it's just genetically, I will not ever be that thin, where you can see my six-pack, where you can see my rib cage. You know, it's just not gonna happen. You know, and at the time I was 240 pounds, I'm 6'1", I thought I was fat, you know, because of doctors and other bullshit. And but there's fat, and then there's just heavy set. I'm 260 pounds. The doctors say I'm obese, but I'm not obese, and I tell them to shut up, because the measurements they're using were invented by a man with no medical degree. Look it up. BMI, body mass index, was invented by a German social engineer. Yeah, there's a good combo. In the 1830s. The guy he worked with, between the two of them, they invented eugenics. That program that, you know, a certain group, also from Germany, used 100 years later to determine whether or not you were good breeding stock or a good German person, and whether or not you were worthwhile as a human. The guy who invented BMI, his job was to come into a town, into a farming community, into an area, tell the guy who ran it, because back then individuals did not own their farms, they didn't own their mercantile stuff. They usually worked for a lord or a lady. It was still pretty much feudal, a feudal system, where you didn't own. You had a yearly requirement to give to your lord or the guy who owned your property. And then anything over that, you got to keep and sell yourself. Now, this guy his job was to come into a town, come into a farm community, come onto some lord's property, and go, okay, your people need this much food, this much water, this much clothing, this much education, this much housing to stay productive. Not happy, not healthy, because the guy wasn't a doctor. He held no medical degrees, had no medical training. He could just, he was what the modern world calls a bean counter. This is what you need to give your people the least amount. This is the least amount you need to give them for you to make a profit. And that's what we're basing our medical system off of now. This is the least you need to eat, the least you need to drink to stay productive. And that's the system we're using. So anytime my doctors say the words BMI, I tell them, shut up. You can take your BMI and shove it up your butt. The system was invented by the same guys who created eugenics. I refuse to use that as a system to measure my life against, because it does not take into account 100 years of medical advancement. 100 years of medical advancement. 100 years ago, we didn't know what a cell was. We didn't know that muscle mass is denser than fat. So it weighs more. By the way, according to modern medical science, every football player, every athlete, except for maybe some runners, some of your long distance runners, and maybe basketball players, are fat. According to BMI, even though they've got like body, like their fat content is 0. Like, oh yeah, I've got 1% body fat, but I weigh 300 pounds and I'm 6'2". You know, a 6'2" person, according to BMI, 6'2", you should weigh no more than 220 pounds. So you're saying all these football players, all these pro wrestlers, all these basketball players, baseball players, soccer players, all these guys who are religious about their physical health are fat? Because he weighs 300 pounds and he's only 6'2". Look at him though, he's built like a brick shithouse. He's like solid rock. The Rock is fat. According to BMI, The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, is a fat ass. Why? Because he's 60 pounds overweight. Let me quick Google, because he posts his stats. How much does The Rock? Wait. How much does Dwayne? Yeah, Dwayne, he's 260 pounds. He's the same weight as me, right? Okay, wait. Gotta wait for the stupid thing to load. This happened before. This is partly my computer needing to reboot, probably, and partly the weather, and probably me even reset my internet. So I do apologize if my internet drops out again on the stream. But this is I always get pissed about this because it's brought up every time I go to the doctors. Your BMI. Shut up. Don't even mention it to me anymore. I don't need to hear it. I've met The Rock, actually. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, I met him back when he was still just The Rock. When he was playing his badass back in WWE. Early, like, it would have been like 2001, 2002. I was dating one of his cousins. Where I grew up in upstate New Jersey, they run a... Yeah, he's 6'5". Okay, how much do you weigh? Okay. MI calculator. He's 6'5", which I call shenanigans on that. He's not really. I don't think he's 6'5". At most, he's 6'4", because he's not that much taller than me. And I met him face to face. Why am I not getting my BMI calculator? Met. Just what is going on? Yeah, guys like Brock Lesnar, 287 pounds. He's fat. Yeah, according to, he's supposed to be fat. Okay. Okay, sure. Yeah, he's actually he's 270 pounds. When he was in... Why am I not getting... Just... chart. BMI chart.
She said she was a lion tamer.
But even at 260, 270 pounds...
That's good.
He would be declared
Save her.
fat.
I said, that's good. A death-defying flying
Because
ninja.
According to the BMI chart,
That's good. A fortune-selling soul arranger. I said, am I in danger?
come on, give me the chart. Damn it.
She said, could be.
Okay, 6'5",
I don't think I'm gonna be impressed by any of your
260 pounds, 270 pounds is 32 to 31. 30 is obese. Over 30. He's 30 pounds overweight.
I wouldn't do it.
The Rock is 30 pounds overweight.
But I did.
How the hell is The Rock 30 pounds overweight? For him not to be overweight, he'd have to weigh 220 pounds, 230 pounds. Same for me. According to them, I should be 200 pounds. I would look like a goddamn chemo patient. I'm barrel-chested and bull-necked, which is a descriptive term meaning I have a natural tendency towards. I'm 2 foot across. When I was dating this girl, she went by the name Isis. She's one of the Wild Simone's daughters. I met her in Allentown, Pennsylvania. We dated for like a couple of months back in the early 2000s. She wanted me to go and be a pro wrestler. I actually had the build for it. I actually had the talent for it at the time. And then 4 years later, I effed my body. I like severely damaged my body. And yeah, they oh, you're fat, and I'm not fat. Even the Rock looked at me like, dude, now I will say this much: when I met the Rock, it was kind of because he's like, you're gonna be good to my cousin, right? Yes, sir. And he's only a year older than my brother. My brother played football against him when he was still going to Wilson High School in PA. Wilson High School played against my high school in New Jersey. It was one of those traditional rivalries, even though they're not in the same state and districts. The high school that The Rock went to played football against my brother's high school. They played against each other, I think my brother's freshman year, and that was the last time. I think The Rock moved to a different high school in Florida at the time or something. It was like when he made he was making a transition towards playing professional football somewhere else. Or not, college. He was setting up to go to college. But he was like a year ahead of my brother. It was he was 2 years ahead of my brother, so he would have been like a junior. But my brother was good enough at football that as a freshman, he was playing on the varsity team. He was, I think my brother was a receiver. But I never played football. People look at me now and look at me and go, yeah, you never played football. I'm like, no, not a single. I played pickup. Like, I played football, like, with, like, you know, some local kids, you know, when I was, like, 12. I played, you know, some touch football in a backyard occasionally with friends later on, but never, you know, in high school. I didn't play any kind of football until after high school. And even then, it was touch football in a backyard. Like, throw the ball to me and see if I can get past you guys. Because they were all, like, it was back when I used to run tabletop games, and we were just bored. We were outside hanging out in the backyard, and somebody brought out a Nerf ball. And even they were like, you didn't play football? I'm like, no. I had no inclination to it. I was the kid they picked on. And I didn't get as big as I am, like, now until after I turned 18. I went from 5'9" to 6'1" in a summer. I went from 110 pounds soaking wet to almost 200 pounds because I spent a lot of time hanging out with my godfather in Allentown, PA with his family. And they were Italian, so all they did was feed me. You didn't eat. You didn't eat today. You didn't eat. What you have today? What do you eat? Oh, Jesus. Hey, all it takes to lose weight is to get on the, find out what's causing you to gain weight, and then, and it's not about food. It isn't. It may be about portions, but it's not about the food you eat. Because I eat garbage. I really do. I am horrible when it comes to food, because I eat what I want to eat. I don't stick to a diet. I am horrible with diets. And I end up, because of medications, I end up diabetic. But they ended up putting me on this stuff called Ozempic. And Ozempic is a diet suppressant. It makes you not want to eat. It also does stuff to your guts, so that if you do eat, it don't stay down. What the crap did I just do? Honestly, it's not about, it's how active you are. I mean, I ride a bicycle between 5 to 6 days a week. And I ride it for hours. I start my day at riding a bicycle at 4 p.m. And I'm in Louisiana. I'm in New Orleans. It's, on average, 70 to 80 degrees a day. So I sweat. I sweat out all, it's the garbage we eat. It's if you eat a lot of processed food, you're in it. No lie. Start cooking your own food. Stop buying pre-made. You will eat less, eat healthier unintentionally. Because invariably when you make your own food, even if all you're doing is buying a box of Velveeta macaroni and cheese, if you're in the kitchen standing there cooking, your body starts metabolizing as soon as you start cooking. Even if all you're doing is boiling macaroni and making macaroni and cheese from Velveeta. Don't get the Kraft stuff. That's all chemicals. If you get the Velveeta mac and cheese, one, it's slightly healthier. You get a little more in the box. One box is enough for one person. I don't care what they claim on the box. Your body, when you're cooking your own food, even if all you're doing is making your own BLT, be in the kitchen making the food. The smell of toasting bread will make your body rev. I don't know if you're in the north or not. I grew up in the north, so I know that if you want your engine to run better in the winter time, you pre-start the engine. You go out 10-15 minutes beforehand and start the engine idle, and you let it idle for 15. You rev it once or twice and let it idle, and it makes your car will run better in the winter doing that. You have less issues with your engine in the wintertime doing that. And also, it heats up the engine. It heats up the interior of a car, so it's not as cold when you get into it. You're not starting dead, and it runs a little better. Well, so does your body. Pre-starting the engine makes it run better. And even if you're eating at 11 p.m. at night, like I don't tend to eat until 10, 11 o'clock at night. That's because I spent most of my life working jobs that were second and third shift jobs. Well, in the South, even in the South, they have areas where, in the wintertime, you start your engine. You let it warm up. Colder months, you do let it, maybe not as long, because like in the northern New Jersey, you let your car run 10 to 15 minutes, and you actually spend less on gas. Because if you run an engine cold, it actually uses more gas than if you run it hot. Running it earlier. So it's been proven it's not what you eat. It's not what you eat as it comes down to. When I say it's not what you eat, I mean it's not junk food. It's not cake. It's not cookies. Our grandparents, our parents even, ate horribly when it comes down to it. My grandfather lived to be 80 plus years old, smoked like a chimney, ate steak and potatoes 3 days a week, ate pork chops every other day. Man did not, he did not have a meal, he did not have it, had bacon and eggs every morning. Every morning. Real bacon, not fake bacon, not turkey bacon, not, healthy bacon. He had grease and butter and margarine and lard. He had food, but here's the thing. His lifestyle was less sedentary. Even as he got older, he stayed active. If you're on your feet all day, yeah, it's hard to get going. And like, oh hell, I sit in a chair most of my damn days when I'm not working, because I've got body injuries that I don't like going out. But even then, I don't know. There are ways to lose weight without forcing yourself onto a horrible diet that most people quit. You don't even need. Oh, my inventory's full. Cancel. Why can't I cancel? There we go. There are ways to lose weight without torturing your body. Even just, you get home, walk around the block twice. If it's safe, I know some neighborhoods aren't best to go wandering around your block. I wouldn't walk around my blocks, too much. But cook your own food is a good start. Now, yeah, sure, depending on where you live, buying pre-made is cheaper and means you get to eat more often, but there's ways to do it. If you rent, if you rent and you want to, having your own garden, actually having a garden. And Athena asking, where is everyone? Okay, apparently not.
There's just a handful of winners, and the rest of us clowns.
Not at Redline Club.
We're standing in line for the back of your bus. Oh, you'll be nothing if it weren't for us. I think I'm falling in love. I think I'm falling in love.
See, you have, a farm. That's a great, even just doing basic activities at a farm help you lose weight. And there's, there is being overweight and healthy and just overweight. And hell, if you're, it all depends on your height as well. Now, I will say, my brother's whatever she is now, because I don't know if she's his ex-wife or just his estranged wife, she was 5 foot tall and as heavy as me at the time, 280 pounds and 5 foot tall. She was obese. She was fat. She was unhealthy. She didn't do a damn thing but drive herself to and from what do you call them? Stores and not that's what I want to be, but going to welfare stuff so she could get more free money and rip off the government because she could work, and she refused to go out and get a job. 5'9", you're about the same height as my mom. My mom's 5'11". No, my sister's 5. No, my mom's 5'9". My sister is 5'11". Hey, nobody can point at anybody and say, "Oh, you're fat." It's not right. You know, it also is. Are they fat, or are they just, you know, what they're really saying is, "Oh, you're unhealthy." But I'm sorry, but if you're able to go out, like, people look at me like, I get pointed at and go, "You're fat." I go, "Oh, really? How about we go ride bikes? I'll show you who's fat." Because I ride a bicycle for upwards of 6 hours. I'm out in the open, in the day, you know, out in the environments, on a bicycle in a city, upwards of 6 hours a day when I work. And I work between 5 to 6 days a week, or 4 to 6 days a week. This week I am working, I can't remember, did I work Monday? I did work Monday. I worked Monday, I worked Tuesday, and I'll be working Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and probably Monday and Tuesday again, as long as the weather holds. Because I won't, you know, I want to get enough money. My phone is now paid. Now I just gotta make sure my back electric gets paid. So that's $220. I gotta start getting my landlord the rest of her money, which is another $300. And then I have another $500 I have to earn by the end of the month that I'm not like panicky about. But like I said, you know, with my book, or even the Patreon, it's more about getting me to the point where I can do this more. I still will want to go out and ride my bike, because riding my bike is the only reason I'm still walking at all, even though I've gotten myself banged up a few times this year. But the bicycle's the only reason I still have my left leg. Even though the bicycle's the reason why my left leg is effed up, the riding of the bicycle is the only reason I still have it. I had a bicycle accident in March of 2004, while going downhill off a mountain. Kind of like, think about, like, okay, you're familiar enough with the game area. The roads around the vineyards here. The ones that I just had to drive up to get back here. Those windy roads. Now, that's what the roads are like in parts of the Appalachian Mountains in New Jersey. I was going downhill and went, uh-oh. Internet, don't die on me. Don't kill my stream. Don't kill my stream. Don't kill my stream. I think I'm still here. Yeah, just a little fumble. I think the storm might be screwing with my internet. Because even my game kind of slowed down me. Doing a quick disk clean out. Run my internet options thing. I don't care about that. Okay. But, yeah, I took a bit of a beating falling off a bike doing about 35 miles an hour. I ragdolled down pavement. Dislocated my right shoulder, bent my left knee into an L, hyperextended every ligament in my left leg, did spinal damage. I effed my body up. Like, a year and a half later, when I finally started seeing doctors from it, They found out I had spiderweb fractured the entirety of every major bone in my left leg and hyperextended all the ligaments. The only reason I still had a left leg at my knee was because of the fact that I took Taekwondo and I was able to do the whole full split like Von Damme can do, or could do at one point. I don't know if he still can do it. But I hyperextended all the ligaments in my legs. I bent my left leg bad. Like it was like the visual that was described to me afterwards, because it's kind of a blur when it happened to me, was bad. I split the shorts I was wearing, the cargo shorts I was wearing, from the bottom of my zipper to the belt loop up the middle of my ass crack. Now that's kind of funny. It is. You gotta laugh at it. Because it's, what? You did what? Here's the best part. Those shorts did not have a seam running up the center line of the pants, up the ass. So I tore the cloth in a direct line up from the bottom of my zipper to the belt loop up my back. As well as the underwear I was wearing. I had brush burns on my ass. I had road rash on my ass crack from the fall. I had road rash from the inside of my left knee 2/3 of the way down my calf muscle. Like there was like no skin. I had road rash, burned it to the muscle. I still have scarring on my left leg from it. I did the same thing on my right shoulder. I burned through a backpack strap and the t-shirt I was wearing underneath. And then the skin and down to the muscle on my right shoulder. Right near where the joint is. Right where the muscle, right where the ball joint is. It's just, I'm lucky to be alive. And somebody goes, "Oh, God didn't do shit." Pure luck did you know? It was midday. There were no cars on the road during that time of day. There was not busy during that time of day. And on top of that, I was on a road that wasn't being heavily used at the time. After the fall, after I got myself back up, I could hear behind me a school bus coming, and my first thought was, no way in fucking hell am I allowing a bus to hit my bicycle, which was laying still like 20 feet behind me in the middle of the road, or 10 feet behind me in the middle of the road, uphill behind me. I went farther than the bike did. I got myself up as the bus is pounding, like, boop, 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 on its brakes, on a downhill and on a turn. So my thought is, oh shit, my bike, that bus hits my bike, there is a good chance it's gonna roll and go off the side of this hill. Because it wasn't on a turn, the turn rode the side of a hill in a big arc. And I used to go down this hill and down this little arc to get momentum to go up another hill, and most of the way around this big winding turn, doing about 30 miles an hour. I used to keep up with cars. And I wasn't light. I was 240 pounds at the time. And I was leaned over the front end of my bike. I used to do, I trained with a kid who used to do circle track. And he taught me how to ride a road bike and get speed going downhill. And I used to pump as I was going downhill till I got to where and it was a 12 speed, not a 10 speed. And I used to pump the pedals until I couldn't pedal the frickin' bike, where it was just wee, where pedaling it was useless because there was no torque, I had no tension on the chain when pushing the pedals going downhill. You had to be going really fast to do that. You had to be doing a lot of money. And the cop who measured my skid mark, the bloody skid mark, because they can do that. They can figure out how fast you're going. The cop who measured my bloody skid mark on the pavement from where my legs hit the ground and where I stopped said, "Yeah, you're doing about 35." Oh yeah, I can believe it. I can believe it. You have one bad fall, and I bet you he as a bike racer, he wears a helmet, but he laughs about having to wear a helmet because depending on how old he is, a helmet is honestly worthless on a bicycle rider. They're worthless. My mom's a registered nurse. She works as she used to do emergency, and she doesn't do emergency anymore. She used to do emergency room and recovery floor, surgery and long-term recovery. So she's seen guys come in from car accidents, shootings, motorcycle accidents, all of that. She calls motorcycle riders organ donors. 23, it's still probably a decent idea for him to wear his helmet. Once you're over the age of like 25, 30, your bones in your head are fused. Like they're as strong as they will ever be. They're as thick and as strong as they will ever be. Wearing a helmet on a bicyclist is a good way to have an open casket. And that's it. Because if you're hit hard enough to crack the skull of a full-grown adult male, the pounds per square inch required is scary. A human being can do it. I mean, you do it you can't do it with your hand, but you can do it with a tool, like a metal tool or something metal, or repeated strikes with something very strong, wood, metal, something like that. But for a bicyclist to crack their skull, which is all that helmet does, is keep you from cracking your skull. It's the only thing it protects. It does jack shit for your neck. It does jack shit for your face. It is not a motorcycle helmet. It is a cap. It is a little piece of plastic covering your head. Oh yeah. My nephew does dirt bike, dirt track racing, bicycle dirt track. We grew up doing that without helmets. We had a neighbor who in their backwoods, their dad helped them make a dirt track, and we used to take our BMXs on it. Back when the Predator and the Terminator and all those bikes were first coming out, with where you could, the first bicycles where you could spin the handles against and not have the trick bikes, where they first figured out trick bike brakes and gear shifting, where you could shift where your shifter could be on your handlebars and shit. The first of those, the Predators, the Terminators, and all those BMX bikes. We had it where there was you'd go as a group, and he'd ride and everything. He was a professional. He did it professionally. He made money doing it. And on his track, there was a tree that was along the ride. That the big thing was to hop your bike up high enough to bump the tree with your tread of your back wheel. But if you got going quick enough and went high enough, you could ride the tree. Well, he did it once. And he missed on the ride. And instead of hitting the tree with his front wheel or his back wheel to bounce off of it, he hit it with the frame of the bike and wrapped the bike around the tree. He landed on the ground with a broken arm. And it bent the bike around the tree. Like the wheels touched on the other side. That's how hard he hit. Because he luckily got himself off this, like got his legs swung around off the seat before he connected. But his foot hit the seat and pushed the bike around. Like it was a glorious effort. It was a glorious look. I wish we had. I wish we knew to tape that stuff back then, because oh my god, it would have been perfect. It would have been epic. It would have been glorious. He wrapped this tree around the bike, and from that point on, anytime anybody asked about the bicycle, oh, that's the high mark. That's how far you don't want to go, because then you lose the angle and you could crash your bike. But yeah, we used to. It was just we did stupid shit. Hell, I'm one of the crew that kind of inspired Bam from Viva La Bam and Jackass to do the shopping cart stuff. We knew his brother. We used to follow his band. We used to go to watch his band up in Allentown, Pennsylvania, Lancaster area, Philly. When they'd play, we'd go watch. And we were, and I was a part of the Rocky Horror Picture Show in Allentown, Pennsylvania. And so to kill time while we were bored, we used to race shopping carts down the mall, parking lots. Because invariably in the malls, they tended to angle their parking lots towards the stores to make it easier to get the shopping carts back. So we'd race the shopping carts down the thing. We used to race the flat carts from the stores. We used to race we'd sneak hand jacks out of the warehouse when we used to work at the stores. Go to the top of the mall in the Phillipsburg Mall. When I used to work at Kmart in the Phillipsburg Mall, when they still had a Kmart, we used to race their hand trucks down the mall parking lot from the top of the mall up by where they had a bank and a Ponderosa restaurant. We used to race the hand trucks from the warehouse as stock boys back in the early 90s, 92, 93. Me and my buddies, when we worked there, we used to race the hand jacks down the frickin'. We saw kids like Bam. Yeah, and to us they were just skater boys. They were just goobers. No different from us, but we weren't skaters. We were dirt bike and BMX. Skating wasn't like a big deal in the East Coast at the time. BMX was. So we saw like kids like Bam. We called them. We call them a very derogatory term. Now, it's very anti-PC, and I won't say it. Started with an F, but we called them skater Fs. And not fucks. No. Starts with an F, ends with a G. But that's what we saw them as. What are these little, who are these guys? What are these idiots? And then Bam's brother would, oh, that's my little brother and his friends. Yeah, don't mind them. They're idiots. And they were making videos. We're like, why are you taping this? You're gonna... To us, that's you just creating evidence. We didn't want to get caught doing this crap. We didn't want to get caught racing shopping carts through the malls and wrecking them. Hold on a second. I gotta blow my nose while I mute my mic. Yeah, we didn't want to get caught racing the shopping carts through the parking lots. So we're like, you're videotaping? Dude, we're out. We're out. We're gone. We're leaving. We're all over 18. We ain't getting caught with you idiots. We didn't think anything would come of it, and they were making videos, and they make like music videos for their brother to play his music to. And we thought he was just, little stupid little skater boy, wannabe professional skater like Tony Hawk. Yeah, whatever. You're nothing. You're never gonna be anything. And then like 2 years later, they're on frickin' Jackass. And we're like, son of a bitch. I actually met Wee Man down here. I was at a Italian pizzeria restaurant down here, picking up an order during right at the start of COVID. Right at the start of COVID, it was like March. It was February 2020. It was right before Mardi Gras. He was down here for something, a convention or something. I don't know. They might even have been scouting out locations for something. But he walks into the restaurant with his girlfriend. I'm standing there waiting for an order, a pizza delivery order. And he goes up to the wait. He goes up to the. This place is kind of nice. It's not high end, but it's in a high end restaurant. It's called the Dominica. No, is it Dominica Originales? It's in the Roosevelt Motel along Canal Street in Baronne. Baronne in New Orleans. It's gonna bug me now. I gotta look it up. Is it Richard? Is it Dominica? Yeah, Dominica Pizza. They have a couple of restaurants in the city, but this Dominica is in the Roosevelt Hotel, so it's a high-end hotel. So they're a little more high-end in the restaurant. It's still a family sit-down restaurant, but they have a bar. They have a nice seating area. They have they have waitresses, yes, but what they call is hostesses. So I'm waiting in front of the hostess desk, kind of standing out of the way, waiting to pick up the pizza, and here comes Bam. Not Bam, excuse me. Here comes Wee Man and his girlfriend, and they're waiting in line to talk to the hostess, and I'm hearing the hostess tell couple after couple after couple after group, like 3 or 4. I've been waiting like a good 5-6 minutes for my order. They were a little behind. It was busy. So I'm waiting for my order, and I'm hearing the hostess tell people, "Oh, it's an hour and a half to 2 hour wait. Sorry, very sorry. We're heavily booked. If you didn't have a reservation, it's at least an hour and a half to 2 hours. You can order, and if you're in a hotel, you can order through room service. If you're not, you can always order through Uber or DoorDash if you and which they were nice enough to do that while I was standing there. So I forgot to check them. Damn it. I'm not going to get great off these. This one's 89%. 85. I should have been paying attention to these a little bit more once they hit 90. Oh, I can still feed and water this one. Yes. But, so I'm standing there waiting, and I wait for Wee Man to talk to the hostess, and he's like, "Are you sure? There's just 2 of us. We'll even sit at the bar. We just want to get something to eat. There's no way at all." And I'm like, and I'm looking at her, and she's like, and I lean over and I go, "Do you know who that is?" And she's like, "Not what, huh?" I said, "That's Wee Man from Jackass. He's like, he's important. You might want to go get your manager." I said, "Really?" "Yes, go get your manager." So she goes and gets her manager. And I'm like, and I turned to him like, dude, by the way, I love you. I love what you guys do. Your movies are great. Your TV series is great. It's too bad it's not, you didn't do more episodes, but I love you guys. I can't wait for your next movie. And he's like, hey, yeah, man, thanks. He's like, yeah, we're actually, look ahead because we're looking at doing another one. I'm like, really? You're doing another? So I knew months, years in advance that they were going to do another Jackass. And I'm like, awesome. That is so cool. I harvested it? No. They must have all moved to harvesting by now. So I knew ahead of time that they were going to be doing a new Jackass. And so I'm like, by the way, I'm so sorry to hear about Jeff Dunham. I actually knew the kids from that crew way back when they were just doing this stuff, just doing goofy crap in parking lots and filming it for their brother's video, for their brother's doing music videos for their brother. We used to follow around Bam's brother, his band. We used to follow his band. He's like, oh yeah, cool, man. And I'm like, yeah, we used to think you were just a bunch of idiot kids, because we were doing that stuff too. We kind of showed them we were doing, I don't say we inspired it, but we were doing similar crap. We were doing similar stuff. We were doing that same stupid shit, racing, shopping carts down mall parking lots and everything, and we were seeing these kids filming it. And we're like, what are you, idiots? That's evidence. Don't make evidence. And we would walk away. We'd leave because we wouldn't want, we didn't want to get in trouble. We didn't want to go get arrested. And then you're like, kids are gonna end up in jail. They're just gonna end up in jail. That's where they're headed. They're headed to jail. They're gonna end up getting done for vagrancy or vandalism or some stupid crap. We're gonna hear later down the road that whatever happened to Bam Margera. Oh well, he got arrested for vandalizing shopping carts or vandalizing a mall. And 2 years later, he's on Jackass. Oh, you mean Wee Mans? Oh, she was tall. She was not a short girl, and she was gorgeous. I can't remember exactly. I know she was not short. He was not dating a little person, or I'm not sure what the proper term is. Is it little persons now? But he was not dating a short person. She was tall, and she was gorgeous. At least, in my opinion, she was gorgeous. Other opinions may differ. I don't, because I'm not, I have not weird tastes. I find different people attractive. Like Gwen Stefani, I think she's gorgeous. But then I also had a thing for Brittany Murphy, the actress Brittany Murphy. I loved her. I have it's not often the physical type, although I will look at a type. It's the personality that I go after. Like one that, it's just weird. Because, I've never watched any of her stuff from, she sang the song that, what's her it's the Cup song. What is the damn Cup song? Song called Cup. Anna Kendrick. I find Anna Kendrick freaking gorgeous. And yeah, she's an attractive person. But it's more her personality that I love. I loved her in her movie with where she plays the anthropologist, which they don't really touch on that much. She plays an anthropologist, not an anthropologist, an archaeologist, a paleontologist, specifically dinosaurs, that inadvertently falls in love with a hitman who she meets randomly because he is got mental, and it's it's great. It's a great movie. I forget what it's called. Anna Kendrick, and she's only 5'2". Anna Kendrick. She's only 5'2". I like girls. I don't go after girls who are taller than me or as tall as me, because I'm 6'1". That's a big bitch. 6'1" is a big bitch. So I don't tend to go after women at my height. No, not Perfect Pitch. I've never seen that movie. Never. I've seen songs from it because I've seen the music videos that she, like, I guess she did the movie Cups. Or not the movie, the song Cups is from that movie. I've seen a couple of songs on, like, music videos because they come up through rotation on my YouTube when I've got it on random, and it's just playing stuff in the same genre. And I like the song Cups, and I love her voice. As I said, with music, I love a voice. I'm not a person that goes after a genre. Not bad. 6. So kind of a where's my okay. So according to my system, White Widow, I tend to get 10.5 buds per plant, and I had a lot of below 90s in that range. So even this is not bad. So for 6 plants, I got 56. What's that? 56. Calculator. 56 divided by 6. It's only one less than my average. Like one less per plant for my average. And what was the other one? Amnesia. Amnesia, 51. Amnesia, I usually got 15 when I pushed it to 99. And I only got 51 out of 6. That's less than, it's 9 per plant. So, yeah, with those, I really gotta make sure I pay attention to them when they hit the 90. It's a hit and miss with the weed growing. I did not push all the plants to their limit, the 99%, so I did not get a full proper pick off of all of them. I was one less than my average for White Widow, and a bunch less. Like my average for Amnesia was like 12, and I had less than 9 apiece. So yeah, I gotta really make sure when I'm growing, when they get to 90%, I really gotta start paying attention to them. I got distracted chatting. And panning. I got stuck on panning. I figured, oh no, I got a while. They're at 90. I got till 96, and they're slow growing. And I forgot. Once they hit 90, you got to really pay attention to them. I got a few of them up to it's just I should have paid a little more attention to them. Doesn't help that I had that glitch with the stream and then the glitch with the game. But the best thing about the movie, the Anna Kendrick movie that I like, is that it's not small. Mr. Right, movie Mr. Right. It's a great movie. It's basically Anna Kendrick plays a But I get that a lot, actually. Your voice is great. Who is it? Was it Lenny? I think it was Lenny. No, Queen Bee. I think it was Queen Bee. Or was it Lenny? One of the two of them. One of the two big mods for like. Can I just sit in your stream and leave it play in the background? I'm like, yeah, I don't mind. It helps. It builds my my viewer thing. I go, why? Because I'm gonna go take a nap, and your voice is very soothing. I'm like, okay. And then we proceeded to do stuff that I'm like yelling and cursing and shit. She's like, oh my god. And I'm yelling at freaking locals and. Oh, we started a boxing match between a bunch of construction workers. and we were just yelling at the construction workers. But yeah, the movie Mr. Right actually takes place in New Orleans, so I like the movie one because I can go, I know where that is. And really, how fast did they drive? Because where they're at and where they were are a good 45 minutes. And wait, they're walking? They walked from. Holy crap! They walked from there to there. Oh wow! I'm surprised they didn't have a lot more interactions because the area they walked through is ghetto. It's like the ghetto of New Orleans. And, well, and a large chunk of New Orleans is ghetto, but, like, one of the areas they walked through, they went from a street called Ferret Street, F-R-E-R-E-T. So it sounds like ferret, but it's Ferret Street. I know the cat shelter they were at. And next thing you know, they're, like, up by one of the city park, New Orleans City Park. The only way to get there is to either walk from Ferret Street through the ghetto of New Orleans West to Canal and then take a trolley, or walk through the ghetto in New Orleans East, New Orleans Northwest, and take a bus, because it's 2 miles between the two locations. I know, I've ridden my bike do it. I lived in both areas. So they were like hopping, like the locations they were going to were like, wait, they did this in an afternoon? They just walked? And then the next thing you know, they're down in the French Quarter, and then they're over in one of the trendy club, like bar club areas that isn't in the French Quarter. It's what they call like a local spot in one of the neighborhoods. I'm like, Jesus Christ, where they have these people bunny hopping all over the different city areas. Now they're all the way up by now they're all the way up by the college neighborhood. What? No. There's no way they walked there after dancing and partying down in the French Quarter. It's just no. I call shenanigans. There's no way they got there that quick. Where's the taxi? Where's the car? Who drove them? Where's the Uber? Yeah, the travel distances they were bopping around the city were just, they kind of hurt me as a person who drives all over this city to deliver food. And I ride all over the city of New Orleans. If you pull up city of New Orleans, I ride. There's a double loop around the city. Not a double loop, but a double, well, not really. There's a big, like, the Mississippi River takes a big dip before going up towards where the business district is and then looping back down again around where the French Quarter is. So I ride from the little loop, the little dip, all the way over to the big one, from the French Quarter to the Audubon Zoo, and then from the Audubon Zoo to the lake is where I've done bike riding from while delivering food. Depending on where, when, and how much money I needed, I would go wherever I needed to. I can't use that. So, yeah, we're gonna put that in. Really? Okay, I gotta go back in. I hate that. But at least it didn't make my frickin' weed disappear this time. So yeah, the travel distances they do are a little unrealistic. But for everything else, it's an excellent movie. The fight scenes are hilarious. The way they do the fight scenes and everything are just... it's just like... Because it's the actor that is... the guy who plays with her is... God darn it, I've got the character. The guy who plays opposite her as the leading man is... He plays great nut jobs. Like unstable people. Give me a second while I wait for my internet to. I really do. When I take a break in a little bit, I really am going to need to restart my computer. Because this is what happened last time. I couldn't get stuff to load, and it was all because I had like one stupid little graphics thing that needed to be refreshed on the computer from one stupid thing. While I'm doing that, wait for that to load. Of course, stop paying attention to it. It loads, no problem. Okay, where's it? Easter egg, Easter egg. Shit. Sam Rockwell plays the other leading man. It's Sam Rockwell and Tim Roth are the two male technical lead actors. And Sam Rockwell plays great semi-nutty. And Tim Roth, he plays Abomination in Marvel, and he plays a bad guy in Mr. Right. There he plays another hitman who's been sent to kill Sam Rockwell's character. Okay, now to make the weed. It's gonna take the frickin' ever. You have a good one too, Dorinda. It's been a pleasure talking to you. It gives me somebody to chat with, so at least I don't feel like I'm talking to myself. You have a good night. Get your sleep. You gotta work. Why am I eating that pizza? I don't want to eat the pizza. I want to make the weed. I wonder if there'll be cops still on when I'm done making my weed. Jenkins is good. Hey, Christopher. We're just making some weed. Stop. No, stop. Nope, I'm out of that. Okay. How many bags did you think? 86 out of 17, that's not bad. That's better than my average. No, that's about right. That's about right. Yep, 5 bags. Alright, I hate saying it, Christopher, but I'm gonna have to cut you off from the gambling. You're getting obsessed now. Every time you come in, you're gambling. Have a good night, Dalton. You're just gambling too much, Christopher. It's not good for somebody your age. Am I the only one streaming right now? Dalton, you too. You're gonna make me feel bad and turn off gambling anymore. You guys keep losing, you're making me feel bad. Well, excessive gambling is not good for anybody, really. Oh, is it? I did put on something different too. Let me see. I was doing the planting, so you know, the music was just playing to play. What do I have playing right now? I don't even remember. Oh yeah, blues music on tonight. Yeah, we're playing blues. But I'm just sitting here. I just made 56 bags of White Widow and 51 bags of Amnesia. I got distracted chatting with somebody in the stream I was chatting, and yeah, and apparently we can't get arrested unless a cop really rolls up on us. I was down on another good place to sell. Over by the movie lot in that 2 block area where they've got the paving stones in the fountain and the bandstand where you can't drive, where you're not supposed to drive your car. And that parking lot area. There's another good area where it's like, $12 to $15 per bag. Yeah, I beat the crap out of an entire crowd of people outside of a movie theater to get one blonde chick, and not a single cop showed up. Like this blonde chick in line to one of the club that's there stole from me, and I pulled out the pipe as she's trying to run away, and every time I swung, she would just get out of the way in time, but I clubbed the guy she was trying to run past behind the corded rope because she couldn't get the corded rope to go down. So I'd swing at her, hit the dude she's trying to get past. Swing at her again, hit the chick she's trying to get past. Swing at the next one, hit the bouncer in the head. Swing at swing at her again, and finally get her in the middle of the road. I killed like 5 people in line to this club, and then just walked 5 feet away and kept selling. It's like nothing, nobody cared. No cops showed up. As long as you don't use a gun, you can pretty much sell, and as long as you don't do it like right in front of a cop, I don't think we get tagged. But don't quote me on that. I mean, I've never been corner selling and watched anybody streaming as a PD officer, because I feel that'd be cheating, because it would discourage me from selling. Well, I think cops are on now, that's right. Nope, not Twitter. Not to Twitter. Oh, police, Popo are on. I tell you, if you're yeah. I'm just trying to clear all. I have so much freaking. I have so much freaking White Widow I got to get rid of. So I figured during collecting silver and crap for I still wish Jordan Snow or Bob would sign in so I could get rid of or log into the game so I could get rid of some of my goddamn every time they're in city, I'm headed out. Yeah, I use the wrench. I use the crowbar. I was talking to Dilo earlier today, so I think it's bullshit that we have to pay $2.07 for one baggie when you can go to the Walmart and buy 100 count for $2. I wish there was a way to do the baggies in bulk, where you could get a machine that you could use that would do, like, you just put it in and load in enough and you just hit start and walk away. $2.07. I can see not giving you 100, but at least 10. They should be in 10 counts, or counts of 10. Same thing. I was talking to Dilo. I was like, okay, I know everybody says the rolling papers don't work, but how many rolling papers are they using to determine that? Like, I only have one, and I tried to do it, and it said you don't have rolling paper. But how many joints can be made from one bag of weed? Has anybody ever determined that? Are we all just saying, oh yeah, the rolling papers don't work because nobody has bothered to get like 1,000 of them have them in their pockets, and then try to do it. That's the kicker, is are we just assuming the rolling papers don't work because nobody's bought enough to do it properly? Yeah, but that's the question, Teddy. Is 100 enough? How many joints can you get out of one bag? You know, until we can get in, and I know if you ask in the Discord, we're just gonna go find out in game. The problem is that in game that's not working. You know, it's saying rolling papers don't work. So I mean, I'm not gonna waste more money on rolling papers if they don't work. 233 amnesia from 51. So what's that average? Okay. You know, I'm not gonna waste money on something I can't use. So if you can't tell me, yeah, they work, this is how many you need per bag, no matter what, then, you know, it's not worth it to me. I'm not going to waste my money. I'll just sell a bag. 4.5. That's the amnesia? What was my average before? 4.5. No, that's actually a pretty good average. Because the last time I did amnesia, I got 4.25 per bag. So 4.5 is actually a pretty good average. Now let's see about the AK getting 4.5. AK is supposed to be 4.5 average per. So I should get at 4.5, 56 times. Let's see if I'm right. Okay. So according to my chart and what we figured out of these 56, I should get 252 bags. Let's find out if I'm right. I gotta stand here and white light. I should have done a step forward, step back before. Okay, no, we're not gonna get. I was just making sure I don't get a AFK'd. But yeah, since we don't have a definitive answer on how many freaking joints per, you know. What the crap? Oh. Lag. Yeah, I'd like to get a definitive answer from like Elite, or not Elite, but from like, you know, Frenchie or Lemon, who do the programming for the freaking, you know, scripts and everything. What is the amount per bag that you need, and what items? Because, you know, if we can't make it, get rid of it. If we can't make joints, get rid of everything that lets you make joints. It's like, why keep acetone and all this other crap in the game, screwing up our, you know, graphics, and slowing down and wasting. Like, it's the same thing with the recycling boxes. Why keep the stupid recycling boxes in the game if the guy they're supposed to go to doesn't appear anymore? And somebody claiming, oh, he's there, he's just invisible. No, he's not. He's not there. You go there, you do the collecting, and you show me where you can turn into recycling boxes, and I'll believe you that he's invisible, and it's just my graphics that can't find him. Because until somebody does that on camera, not just word of mouth, because I've heard from 3 people, oh no, I've turned it into recycling bins, and then 2 days later they're offering to sell them to me. Like, dude, if you were able to turn them in, why are you selling them? Oh, well, you know, it's just too much hassle. Really? Or did you find out you're a liar and you just don't want to admit it? Or did you remember, oops, no, that was on the other server I played on, and I'm just you know, and because the games are exactly the same in every freaking server, You know, except for different, you know, they might have a slightly different location at Legion or something. You know, location for one lab is different from another. You know, the stuff like recycling that's where it is. You know, and your brain is just misremembering, and you don't want to admit that. Oops, I screwed up. I forgot that was on the other server. Oh nope, that was V2. I haven't done recycling since I came back to the city. Well, guys, right now we're determining how many the average. Now we've already shown that White Widow has got the right average. So has Skunk. My average is still correct. Even though I had a couple of crappy pulls for growing because I had distracted chatting with doing panning and chatting with my chat, and I missed. I gotta really, when I'm doing these 3-hour long grows, I gotta remember once they get to 90, I gotta push them to 100 no matter what. And I gotta pay attention to them because they jump once they're at 94% and they jump to 96. It's when they jump to 96 is when they are ready to be harvested, not 100% like the scrub. And since you can, like, your brain can wander off while doing the 3-hour ones. How long have I been doing this? And I've been doing the bags for about 20 minutes now. And I had 51, 56, 107, plus the 17 left over from the skunk. I had 125 buds to process. Oh, and Teddy, I'll admit, we goofed. I goofed on the... I screwed up on the math for how many you can do an hour. It's 12 seconds to do it. So yeah, you have to divide the number of buds you have by 5, then by 60, I think. Five. Like, I'm trying to. It's a lot quicker than we thought it would take, is what I'm trying to say. But what I'm going to do is, once I'm done, I'm going to look at the time it took from start to finish. Right now we're at like 25 minutes. And then I'll just divide the number of, the minutes by... Sure! I don't mind doing it. You're more than welcome to hang in the chat. Because yeah, you get goof ups like that where it finishes, but it doesn't let you do it because it's popping up the... It takes 12 seconds per. Yeah, but here's the weird part. I still can't get the math right where it makes sense in my head. The way it makes it's meh. You're supposed to multiply it by or I talked to somebody about it, like we were trying to do the math, trying to figure out. It's like if the math didn't work out, he's like, well, how are you doing? I'm like this, and this. And he's like, okay, no wait, some of that's right, wait. And he tried to explain it, he couldn't explain it. And I go, why don't I just get a definitive amount and figure out how long it took and then just divide it by and get how many seconds per minute or how many plants you could do in a certain amount of time. Because I know I have 125. No, 124. 124. Because it's 51, 56, and 17. So that's 107 plus 17 is 124, which I had 125, because that would make it a better number to work with. Just 3 more. Oh, come on. And they're all done. Okay, I had 240. So what do I say the average should be? Oh, we're short by 12. Damn. Okay, clear. And that was 50. No, clear. 240 divided by 56. My average was 4.28. A little short. I was high for the amnesia, low for the. I had a high average for the amnesia and a low average for the White Widow, but we did. Okay, go back to when we started. 25 minutes to do. Okay, so we clear. Okay, so it's 17 plus 56 plus 51 equals, okay, 124 divided by 25. 4.96, so it is about, yeah. So 4.96 is, yeah, so about 5 minutes, 5 per minute. So we take 4.96, it's supposed to say 5. 5 times 60 should be able to do 300 bags, or not 300 buds an hour. So if you have close to 300 buds, it would take you an hour to bag them all. And with our averages that we've been getting with the skunk and everything, holy crud. So if we grew, okay, memory plus, add that to memory, clear. Okay, so say we grew 100 plants and we got the max of 13 buds. So it's 13. And then the max in that would mean it would take us, divide that by 5. No. Wait. 5. Yeah, divide it by 5. And divide by 60 because you wanna determine how many hours out of that 260. Oh no, that's how many. No, that's not right. What the hell? Crap! No, you got to divide by 300. You got to divide. Okay, clear. So 1,300 buds divided by 300, because that's how many you can do in an hour, 300. So it would take 4.5 hours with breaks to do 1,300 buds. Because it takes, you know, oh, with breaks, with goof ups, with when you're doing it, yeah, it's gonna take you a while. But at least I got stuff to sell again. What am I doing? I'm gonna put this crap back in the bag. Nope. That, this, that. Those back there. Yeah, I'll hold on to that. They can't take a razor blade from me. So we know you can bag 300 buds in an hour, give or take. Oh, hey, Fear.
What's up, bro?
This your bike?
Yeah, it's my bike. That's
nice. I like the paint job.
Yeah, I know. I like the more older. Oh, it's like old school. I love it.
Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah, it works.
Do you know I can actually get my Doom buggy through that door?
Wait, really?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Damn. You want me? I did it earlier. You want me to go get it?
Yeah, do it. I want.
Wait. You go do what you gotta do in your thing. I'll be back with the buggy.
Alright, yeah.
I figured out earlier I could get my Doom buggy through that fence. I think it was last night sometime. Oh, do we have cars and people disappearing again? Teddy's in town.
Damn, you're going fast. Holy fuck.
Gotta keep them lungs.
Damn,
You gotta keep this.
you're going fucking...
You gotta keep them lungs healthy. That's all.
Yeah, I do too, but damn, I didn't think you'd get here this fucking fast. God damn, Johnny, you're fucking quick.
Oh, hey, how's it going, fellas?
Hey, Teddy, did you just message me?
Yeah, I asked you a question.
Oh, okay, I'll check in a second. We're gonna. Hey, Teddy, you wanna go see me put my Doom buggy through the fence at the apartment?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can actually put the Doom buggy through that fence gate by our doors.
I definitely can't fit my Jeep through there. I'll tell you that.
No.
Do it, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bike's.
Making sure I didn't leave anything in my trunk. I thought I left something in my trunk earlier.
Yeah, let's see it.
He doesn't think I could do it. No, I'll admit, I didn't think I could either. You know, I thought I was gonna catch, but.
Oh, what the fuck? Damn, that's a tight squeeze.
Yeah, talk about like rat. What they call that? Rat strats.
That is a pretty good rat shred, I go lie.
Yeah. Oh no, don't hit him.
No, I know I can get past because if I can roll past, yeah, as long as I don't turn while I'm doing that. But yeah, can you imagine like rolling up here as they come up on you? It's like he's gonna get caught. And then, you know.
Can you go straight and smash through that fence and then like drive out the driveway or something over there? Oh, oh, no way! And then you could go left. Look,
Really
then
good
you could go
rat trap,
left
to be
and
fair.
smash through another one.
Go left, and then you go
Yeah, and then you're
Yeah.
just out. You're gone. They never catch you.
Yeah, they won't expect
Oh.
it. Alright. Well, I gotta
Yeah,
do some
they'd
shit. You
be-
guys have a great
They'd
day,
be
though.
like driving around the building and you'd already be gone.
Yeah, they'd be kind of
Yeah.
pissed off, I think. Yep.
Later, Fear. Have a good one, man.
Later.
You too, have a great one, bro.
So what'd you ask?
Oh, I asked if I could borrow some skunk bags. I'm growing some skunk, but I want to try to sell while the cops are on.
Oh, yeah.
I just planted 30 of them over by the beach.
Come on, give me. In the glove compartment.
Oh, nice. Oh, you got your casino chips stacked up in there.
Yeah, they're like 5. They won't take the damn things.
They won't take 5 of them?
No, it's got to be a count to
Yep.
10.
That's crazy. So
Yeah,
you
it
just,
pisses
like,
me
stuck
off.
with them until you make 5 more?
Yeah.
That's a real scam there, huh? Like,
Uh,
sorry.
That
Maybe
are.
go gamble them. Good luck.
Yeah, maybe somebody will steal them from me. I don't know. I figure if
Let me go give it
Daryl.
a shot. Let me go over here.
What's funny is I'm gonna do the same thing, but I'm gonna do it over here. But I'm out of the way of the camera, so I know he can't see me. Oh, that's a good price. That's like 20 something. 378 minus 14. 378 and 14. Crud and a half. 378 divided by 14. 27 bucks. Not bad. That was Amnesia. Is that cat coming over the bus? Like Frenchie. 15 bucks for skunk. That's a good price for. Yeah, that's it. 86, so that's. Yeah, 10 bucks for skunk ain't bad. We grew up being taught that if you smelled a skunk and didn't see skunk weed, or weed, or no, wait, we were taught if you didn't see skunk weed, which like is this, we had skunk weed on the property. It's this big old plant, big old leafy plant, and if you didn't see that plant, skunk weed, but you smelled skunk. And you knew there was no skunks in the area, that would mean somebody was smoking weed. And to this day, I can still smell weed that way. And my brain That's what my bread smells when I smell weed. I can't stand the smell of weed. I can't smoke it. I can't. It makes me nauseous. Anything small, anything with strong odor does anyway. I have a weird. It's what they tell me. It's I have an allergy to strong aromatics. I've actually had women yell at me. I'm killing your ass. I've had women yell at me because I've asked them if they could cut back on the perfume they're wearing, and they're like, "I'm barely wearing any. I only put on a sprit or two." And yeah, to me, it won't matter. It'll smell like you bathed in it. It's called like It's great. You love the smell of it. To me, you smell like you were bathing in the stuff. I have an oversensitive sinuses when it comes to aromas. Like, I can smell patchouli oil from blocks away. Oh! Is he on radio? I wonder. You on radio, Teddy?
Yeah, I'm on here.
Did you pissed?
I got like 5 sales, and then it said they were off duty.
Yeah, I got 3 or 4. Oh, Kitty, come here, Kitty. I'm gonna run your ass over. Come here, Kitty. Join your buddy. I've killed 3 kitties on this beach.
Sorry, my wheat's almost ready to harvest anyway.
Remember, if you can get to it by the time before it hits 80, you can pump it up to 100 and get a good crop out of it.
Yeah, I was just going cheap and, getting like
planting.
600 bags out of 30 seeds. Pretty good deal anyway, without any water. But when I have more time, I'll water them.
See, I have this whole problem with, like, if I'm going to grow something, I'm going to grow something.
Man, I can't believe we can't corner sale. There's a whole beach party happening down here. There must be like 20 of these people down here.
Oh, come on. How much cash did I just make? $900. Wonder if Mr. Frapples is in. Snow? No snow. Jesus Christ, they're violent. Yeah, I'll leave 100 in my pocket. I keep running past the you guys sold to the one guy thinking, what the hell did I park my van out here for?
He went to get it painted so it wouldn't look like you, and he like didn't paint the red strip. He like did something else. I was like, yeah, change the red if you're gonna not look like Grandpa.
So you know how I know it's not mine? It's the rims. My rims are red.
Oh yeah, is that what he changed the rim?
Well, he changed them. He's left them as they are. I changed my rims and the tires out, and I spread the front. You know, like what do you call that when you expand the wheels from on the frame?
Oh yeah.
So I moved the front end out and put off-road tires on it. Where he's just left them as the original tires and the original rims. Mine are a different rim. Like they're old school, like with the little ovals, and they're red. They're a metallic red. Alright guys, I need to take a break. It is 10 o'clock for me. I need to walk my dogs, and I need to get something to eat. So I'm going to call it a night here for this round of the weed selling. You guys have a good rest of your night. Dorinda, best way to get some sleep if you're having problems going to sleep, tell yourself a story. Get your mind rumbling in the background. It'll make you fall asleep. Because it teaches your brain to disconnect from the crap that's going on around you. But you have a good night, everybody. I'm going to see if there's anybody else streaming other than me. And then I had to restart the computer because I think I need to restart my computer. No, I see nobody streaming. Okay. You guys have a good one, and thanks for joining. Yeah, but yeah, I was told I had problems with sleep, with falling asleep and staying asleep, and I saw a sleep therapist, and they said, yeah, just tell yourself a story, something to distract your mind. That way you're not focusing on what you got to do tomorrow, and then that way you don't build up anxieties in the back of your head. But if you tell yourself stories, and because it was a guy, he goes, I ain't gonna lie, that's the best kind of stories to tell your brain, especially at our age in our 20s, is sexy time stories. Yeah, that way, because your brain subconsciously won't focus on any kind of stressors or anxieties. But you have a good one, and see you in the next one.